Right, I've showed you the assembly. Now I'm going to show you if you need to check the calibration. This is only if some things come loose somewhere on the mechanism, between the mechanism body. So the only things that you have that could come loose are these screws here, which hold the back of the linear slide, maybe the linear slide to the body. They shouldn't be loose, but just in case. Over time they could be, or if somebody has decided to play with it to see how it's made. So the same thing is just another sized Allen key that fits in there. And the other possible area is this nut here, the locking nuts for the head. So if you did need to adjust, you would loosen the locking nuts, check that the tip is 0, check that the torque is 0, and then you can adjust using the calibration jig. The calibration jig has two different ways of being used. You can either use it with the scribe marks here. So this is set at 0 now. You can see I turn the torque knob on the back, and I can set it to 30 degrees, and we can come up with the fine height adjustment, and we can check where it is on the thing. But I prefer to use the slots here, so you simply set 0. Unfortunately, this won't go down all the way with the fine height adjustment, so we release this, take out one ring, slide it back on. Now you can see that I'm pretty close to where I want to be, and I just check that at 0 degrees it will fit neatly into my jig. So there we go. So that's checking the 0 degrees. At 30 degrees is a little bit more tricky, but still quite easy. We set our 30 degrees here on the scale. Bring up the height, and then we can, with the fine height adjustment, check that it goes into our groove. Okay, and as it comes down, it will fit neatly in that groove. There we go. So that's the calibration jig, just in case anything should move. Let's take that away. You can see you have up to 55 degrees, which you shouldn't need, but plenty for you to be working with, of torque both ways, negative and positive. Okay, this one actually stops at 45. And we'll put a stop in there. Okay, and the tip, you can see we move on the back, which moves the whole mechanism